We're back for minute 2. I'm Brian.
I'm Richard.
And this is the I Love You 3000 Minutes podcast, where we time travel through the entire filmography of the Infinity Saga, one glorious minute at a time. Now we are in minute 2 of the first movie, Iron Man 1. And Richard, what did we see in this beautiful minute?
Well, there are more Humvee shots, but then we actually get to hear some of the main character. You get to hear him be, pretty cocky. The soldier says, he just flat out says, "I'm intimidated by you," and then he continues to play to the soldier and kind of entertain him a little bit and be like a good guest, and again, cocky. He's not afraid to say, "Oh man, you're a woman, I thought you were a guy," straight to her, and then compliments her and starts to slightly hit on her, and then...
It wasn't until this minute that I actually remember that I read the novelization of this movie. Yeah, they had a novelization. I don't know if they had a novelization of The Incredible Hulk. I wouldn't be surprised, but I also wouldn't be surprised if that was vastly different from that version of the movie. But as we continue with the Humvee shots, we get a shot of a guy with
a Doge.
It's a dog?
I think it's a large dog.
Because I thought it may have been 1 or 2 goats.
Yeah, you know what? That looks more like a goat now that you say it.
The thing is, we're watching a chopped up version of a recording from my phone because my DRM ripper from iTunes hasn't been working. So we're also not operating at the best level in terms of us watching these minutes, so forgive us. But we get those shots. Do you know what this little arrow on the Humvee might mean on the driver's side door?
It might just be a triangle with a line on it, too. Or a part of a triangle with a line on it. I don't know.
I mean, do you know what it means?
Nope. Do you?
Alright, if anybody... No, that would be like me to set it up to...
Yeah.
But no, I don't. If anyone does know, feel free to comment on Instagram or YouTube. Then we get a shot behind one of the Humvees, and we see that boy packing.
Yep.
He packing that big gun.
Yep. It's a protected convoy. And
they're part of the security forces, which even though my mom is a retired first lieutenant in the military, I have no idea what that means. We get a shot of, look, the music's diegetic. It's in the scene coming from a little... boombox. Even that boombox seems outdated by today's quality standards.
Yeah,
or technology standards. But one thing I noticed when we were rewatching this is that it takes us a while to even see this guy, this special guy with the nice suit and just beautiful hair and silky words, who we don't know his name yet.
We're in minute 2.
We don't know his name yet. I don't know who the main character could be in a movie called Iron Man. That was supposed to... Okay, I'm not funny. But we start with the boombox shot, then a shot of the front passenger looking back at someone in the back right seat. Then we get a shot of alcohol. Mm-hmm. Just nice and open. Mm-hmm. Where are the alcohol laws, liquor laws? And with ice. Mm-hmm. With ice in a nice glass. Mm-hmm. While the music keeps going, pan up to, frankly, kind of intimidated and scared look from the back left passenger. And boom, finally. Look at those shades of glory. Mm-hmm. Those shades of glory and that beautiful... beautiful beard, which I once tried getting styled at a fancy salon or haircut place. I think it's called a salon. And dude was so much more interested in getting the next person who was waiting, getting that sale, because the guy could have gone to whoever was done first. He made me look like a walrus.
That sucks.
And I was like, I showed you a picture of Tony. I'm being lame and dorky, but this hair. Well, how do you?
He looked at this and he was like, "Oh, you want a Hulk Hogan? Got it."
And I made him do it. I made him fix it. He didn't look like it. It wasn't what I wanted, but at least it didn't look like walrus. And then Fancy Man looks at Scared Boy in military uniform. We got 3 soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
We got 3 soldiers and Fancy Man. And he's making eyes. He's like, yeah, he's chewing gum. He's chewing gum and drinking scotch. Or maybe he's chewing
and some ice, maybe.
Maybe some ice. And then he says, I feel like you're driving me to a court-martial.
Mm-hmm.
He breaks the quiet. Maybe he's a man haunted by his inner demons.
Maybe he's haunted by past court-martials.
Yeah.
Probably.
Looking at his threads, I bet he's a rich boy who could buy his way out of a court-martial.
Maybe.
So
Probably.
who knows? But maybe, he's got his tie a little loose, top button a little...
Designer shades that would probably cost more than our rent.
Oh, 100%. Probably 100%. There's not even a question. The top button on his shirt costs more than his rent. Definitely more than my car payment.
Here, drink on camera.
Try not to.
Okay. Between takes.
Then he says, I feel like you're going to pull over and snuff me. Which, whoo! That's an escalation. Mm-hmm. And Scared Boy seems much more calm in that shot when he said he's true. Like, it's like he went from being scared of Fancy Man, to being like, snuffing him. That would calm me right down.
Well, he's actually he's relaxed a little bit.
Yeah, but then he calls him Forrest. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not allowed to talk, and clearly Forrest Gump reference. Mm-hmm. So, wow, what a way to loosen somebody up. Hey, mentally challenged pure boy. I mean, that's also appropriate because he was in the military.
He's also, yeah, exactly. He's also clearly joking.
Yeah. And then, scared.
Does his face look redder there? Compared to past shots?
It's just I don't know if it's my phone.
Okay.
So he says, we can talk, sir. So he's giving him respect. We know that he is of a higher order, if not for the suit, and just blatantly out there alcohol. Mm-hmm. He confirms that Rich Man is above them in a stature kind of way. And I love his rejoinder, so it's personal. Mm-hmm. That's a good one. And then, as you said, the woman up front says, you intimidate them. Which I like that she says them. Mm-hmm. Very subtle. But not her. Mm-hmm. It implies that she's not intimidated, especially since she's the first one to really give an opinion that wasn't just an answer. Mm-hmm.
Good God, you're a woman.
I remember laughing at that when I read that, especially his. But that's what we're going for, isn't it? And then he makes them all laugh. She's an airman, so everyone's wearing the same things. Is there? I know my mom was retired first lieutenant in the Army, but are there airmen in the Army? I assume so, since they have helicopters, but is she saying that she's in the Air Force? I don't know. If someone can say in the comments.
It's just a position in the Air Force. So.
It's specifically Air Force?
I think so. Airmen, they fly. I don't know.
I mean, there's got to be some Army people.
Guys, what's an airman? Please let us know.
Yeah, we don't know what Google is. Then, I like his flirting. Mm-hmm. Excellent bone structure. Nothing lewd. You know? I'm having a hard time not looking at you now. That I know that would not be in a current film in Marvel today, but this didn't go too far, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. A white straight man's opinion. He said sarcastically for audio. I tried rolling my eyes, but you can't see that. And then he goes, okay, it's fine, you can laugh, all that good stuff. And dude in the front raises his hand, kinda, and says, I have a question to ask. And he says, yes, please. And he starts and says, let me confirm where it cuts off. Hello. Ooh, I can see my sweat in there.
You're cutting that out of the podcast, right?
Yeah. I wished I could edit as little as the Granny Shift and Pod Boys do, but... Alright, so we see in the subtitles that there's more to go to the sentence, but dude starts his question, is it true that you went 12 for 12 with last year's Maxim? And then it gets cut off. Is there anything else we should add to this minute? How do you see it as an intro?
It's a very effective intro. It's a very good intro. You see in minute 2 exactly who they're dealing with, and a really good intro to his character and what they're doing.
It's less than a minute of dialogue so far because we had those outside shots where we saw the guy with the dogs or goats and the guy with the big gun on top. But it's quick. We get some jokes in, which is pretty much the brand of Marvel movies in a big way. Mm-hmm. The humor.
Mm-hmm. And you see this is obviously an important guy in a protected convoy for whatever reason. And
we get status.
That's probably the main character, and people that have never known Iron Man at all, and they lived under a rock, they're going to know this is probably the main character, and Iron Man fans are going to be like, there he is, there's Tony Stark. So,
and first time he's ever drinking in a movie in the Infinity Saga movies, obviously this being the first movie, but then the last time will be in the Avengers, because Disney had a no alcohol rule. Yeah. Or I guess they may have beers later in some sense. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but definitely no Iron Man 2 extreme alcoholism.
Yeah, Age of Ultron 2, I remember they were drinking, right?
Yeah. In the beginning they had like beers and stuff at their party. So, and like a martini, I remember. But yeah, is that it for this minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just can't get over the quarantine hair. I'm Richard.
I'm Brian.
You've got an army.
We have a podcast.